Okay, let me start from the devotion aspect
Mm-hmm.
because our hostel is actually far from the chapel.
Okay.
And every 5 o'clock, you have to walk down to the chapel
Okay.
for devotion. You wake up 5 o'clock, the sleep is still there, your body now. You be like,
Mm-hmm.
so you have to master the art of walking through from the hostel to the chapel
Every morning.
every morning. Sometimes you go to waka safe, you go to use your head knock tree. Throw when you hear the bell, baga baga, you be like, oh boy, again. So you will know how your day is going to go from the devotion time.
Hello, everyone. You're welcome to yet another episode of Diary of a Pastor's Child, the Picky Unfiltered podcast. And I think you know my name by now. If you don't know my name, I don't know what to do with you. Today, I have yet another PK, Temiloluwa. Hi, Temiloluwa. How are you doing? Good to be here. How are you? Please don't say you're fine.
Okay, not fine. I will say exceedingly and abundantly
What is wrong with all of
blessed.
you now?
I'm a pastor now. I have to quote scriptures now, but then I'm very fine and okay.
You're very fine and okay. So how have you been? How has this year been so far?
Yeah, we are pressing by the grace of God.
You're pressing to where?
Theological studies new. We are pushing by the grace of God.
Oh, I think I get it now.
Yeah.
I get it now. Okay. Let me not let me not say maybe I would
You would
I will eat
digress.
it well, maybe when we're at a point in the episode. But
Mhm.
oh, you're picky.
By the grace of God.
How has the journey been?
Hmm.
As a PK?
Is it from the good side?
Everything. Joy, at good, at bad.
Well, it has been a lot of learning, per se, a lot of learning, both from the positive side and negative side. And I would say that my experience as a PK did not really stretch like that at home because when I was a child, we don't have this mentality. You're not conscious now. A child, primary school, you don't have this normal experience. So I can't really say per se what really happened.
Mm-hmm.
But getting to secondary school, my father teleported all of us down to Gomosho. So
Okay.
we went to boarding school. So my experience was not really at home like that.
Okay.
It was in school. So, but let me start from the school.
Yeah, let's go.
I told one of my friends yesterday, I said, no one will attend Goma Baptist College or Gomosho and be stupid. It's not possible.
As if we now find somebody.
I don't think so. You can't attend Goma Baptist College and you can't. No, you can't be dull if you attended Goma Baptist College because it's actually a gathering of pastors' kids. Goma Baptist College, yes.
I don't understand. Is the school meant for pastors?
No, mostly pastor kids they are more pastors kids.
So it's a Christian school.
Goma Baptist College, obviously. Goma
Anymore.
Baptist College, Gomosho. So it's actually a gathering of pastors kids, and the experience there is so rigorous. I'm telling you, so rigorous. So because okay, let me start from the devotion aspect
Mm-hmm.
because our hostel is actually far from the chapel,
Okay.
and every 5 o'clock you have to walk down to the chapel
Okay.
for devotion. I know Gomosho now trees.
Yeah.
So and as a child, you wake up 5 o'clock, the sleep is still there, your body now. You be like,
Mm-hmm.
so you have to master the art of walking through from the hostel to the chapel
Every morning.
every morning. Sometimes you go to waka safe, you go to use your head knock tree. So when you don't use your head knock tree today, you will understand that. So it's possible for you to walk because you've mastered the art of walking.
Mm-hmm.
You've known that this place, so and you'll be sleepwalking like this, the chapel. You will not eat anything.
Yeah, because you're used to
You are used to it. So it's actually like when you hear the bell, baga baga, you be like, oh boy, again. It's a serious matter. And the funny thing is that if you just mistakenly miss devotion, it's another problem entirely because you have house masters that they are ready to beat the hell out of you. If you are now unfortunate that day, your bunk is now near the wall, the teacher will just come, wipe cane, anywhere the team meets you. Now you sabi. So you will know how your day is going to go from the devotion time. So if they don't beat you for devotion, you know, say that your day throughout that day is actually problem. So it's really rigorous because mentally you just be calculative. Water too, if they want to give you water is calculated water. They will measure water. So you learn how to use water to bathe. You learn how to use your time well because particular time when they ring the bell, there are some prophets at the gate waiting to lock the door. So when they lock the door, that's another problem entirely. So you are always calculating. So it's actually very rigorous as a kid. Understand? I don't want to be saying much of stories like that, but then it's
Yeah.
actually very, very wild.
But did people in school know that you were a pastor's child?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know how they knew, but it's just I'm very playful. But I don't know. They shall know that this one is the I don't just know. I'm always jumping from pillar to post there and there, but they will still know that you're a pastor's kid. Because there was a particular time that we had a section assembly because we do general assembly. There was a particular time they said each classes are going to do their assemblies in front of their classes. So
Mm-hmm.
the teacher just called me, come and take devotion. They did not know that I'm a pastor kid. And I went there,
You delivered.
I did some, and the man was like, how did you do that? Well, devotion with the do at home, you know, reach me person
Mm-hmm.
service, so you understand. So
Yeah.
people just know that I'm a pastor. I don't know how pastor kid, I don't know how they know.
Mm.
It's written all over. Or
Mm.
is it not written all over?
I don't know. I really can't. I don't know. I
You don't know.
can't. I can't see. Because
Yeah.
even me, I don't know if it's written all over, but I feel like, I mean, for me, and this it's not about me. This episode is about you, not
Yeah.
about me. So, at what point did you realize that you're a pastor's child?
Mm. Well, I said from my secondary school, when I was in primary school, it was not really, you don't have this consciousness, this
Mm-hmm.
maturity that you're just doing anything anyhow. But
Yeah.
from Goma in the gathering of, you're conscious of what you do, you call them at home that you've done something wrong and you're always conscious. Because if they call them, you know that what they called about, they are not lying against you, is verified. So you're always very conscious. So if I do this thing, you understand? So the
Mm-hmm.
consciousness is just there that you're a pastor's kid and they're looking at you. A lot of people that are looking up to you, and if you do anything wrong, they have the right appropriate channels to call your parents at home and they're going to punish you for it. So at those junctions, I know that yes, my life is not just a joke. It's not that I'm just an ordinary normal person.
Mm.
I'm a person that is being looked at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, so for secondary school, that means you spent 6 years or 5 years in
Yeah,
the
from just one
hostel.
to just 3, 6 years.
I cannot relate to.
All our,
Yeah,
my
I
brothers,
cannot re-
all of us.
I cannot relate.
But it's
But
actually interesting. I'm telling you.
I don't know.
You would
I
have,
don't know if
you would have
we.
come to go, I'm
I
telling you.
know. I beg. I don't know. I was a day student. Of
Beautiful environment and
all
for
true.
learning. It's beautiful actually.
Yeah, the man.
And
Yeah, go much.
I'm advertising myself.
Exactly. You're advertising your alma mater. Well, okay. Did you have like was it like your earliest memory or an exciting memory that you have of being a pastor's child? And you already mentioned that you didn't really live at home. So you didn't really have that, oh, I'm a pastor feeling, or did you?
Yeah, I had. I'm still having actually. Yeah,
You're
because
still having.
yes,
Okay, let's hear
I
it.
see the wow that. All right, so because we go home for Christmas, long
Mm-hmm.
vacation, 3 months, and but the experience is that we had the opportunity to learn instrument. I play drums. My brother
Okay.
play other instruments, so it's actually exciting. That, okay, we are going home. We are going to be allowed to drum and a lot of things. Allowed to play keyboard, and it's actually very exciting. And also from the Sunbeam, I can still remember that yes, I'm already given the opportunity to recite like the front leader. Where I'm a pastor, what you say, understand? So, but
Mm-hmm.
always leading, so they give you a memory verse to read. It's always so
Yeah.
shocking you
Like
that
all those something that you have
eh,
to read 40. If you read 40,
and
they'll give you pencil.
I'm
If
telling
you
you
read
now.
60 memory verse, they'll give you maybe pencil and a jotter and ruler or
So the
something.
thing is always like you don't do your mama. It's read down for this. See this thing. I got to deliver. So it's actually very exciting as a kid. Yeah, always very, and it's like actually shaped my spiritual life and how I see scripture and how I
Like sex it.
yeah. So
Do you have any bad experience?
bad experience. Okay. Yeah. I would say there was a particular day that okay, someone brought beverages and without the permission, because Jamilu will be saying
Oh my
you
god.
beat the hell out of my life. I was still a little child at that time, sha. You beat the hell out of my life. So it's actually a principle that I've learned since that time. You don't if visitor does not bring something to the house and you just
Yeah, you just
sometimes it's if you
open.
use like 1 week, 2 weeks, nobody go touch her.
Yeah.
If you I don't want to know how hungry you are. You can go and steal any other thing, but what they brought, you're not permitted to touch.
Why do you think that was?
Hmm?
Why do you think that was? That was like was
Eh,
it a rule or
eh.
an instruction?
You know he's Baptist now.
Or why?
Ah, the thing
Ah,
is, it's not even about that. It's actually principle that you don't just you are still under someone, so you
mm-hmm.
should receive directive from the person before doing anything. That's one.
Yeah.
Number two, you can actually undermine the place of spiritual warfare too. If 10 people they are giving you something, out of those 10 people, just one is genuine. I'm telling you.
Ah, ah. One is genuine out
Mm,
of 10.
you don't. The one I'm trying to say is like percent. So
1%.
people giving you something. I'm not saying they have placed something inside it, but you should just be very careful. I
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about. Yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
I don't even. It's like I've seen a lot in this PK life.
I already have spent 20 something years in the church,
Oh
so I know what I'm
wow.
talking about.
Wow. 20 something years. That's
That's a
really
lot.
that's a whole lot. That's a whole lot. So I think based on the things that you've said, you already hinted that in a way, you learned leadership from being a pastor's child.
Yeah.
So what are some other lessons that being a PK has taught you so far?
Mm. Okay. Um. Okay. Let me start from because I'm actually looking at my dad as the figure of learning. Okay. I've seen it a lot of times that okay, I was with my dad a particular day. We had a church program, and the speaker was actually just going near wire. Everything was just so after the service, my daddy had to meet a particular man that was in charge of like we have to do this, and the man was just saying it authoritatively to my dad that they are not doing anything. They want to. He was saying it authoritatively, like I can't the reason. Sitting on my papa with pastor, I've been like, had the reason now. So when I got home, I was like, how you allow this man to talk? My daddy said, Enluwa, you wanna know why? So you understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I used to in that junction. And I've seen my dad in ways that sometimes there are people who will be confronting him and his approach will be very calm. And I've seen him sometimes that his approach will be different.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes me to Proverbs 26, 4 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
The Bible says, don't answer a foolish man according to his foolishness,
Mm-hmm.
so that you not be a partaker of his foolishness. The verse 5 now says, answer that foolish man, so that that foolish man will not think he's wise in his own eyes. So I've seen my dad manage situations. So I've actually learned from him that you don't speak because you have to say something. You speak because you have something to say.
To say.
So I've learned a lot. That you don't just jump into things. You look at the atmosphere. You understand what kind of approach should I. So it's actually a very good one of leadership.
I know that one of the reasons why most pastors' children will not be a pastor or be spouses of pastors is because of the way they've seen their parents being treated, right? Because of ministry, either by church members, it's mostly church members because they are the ones that they get to interface with every now and then. Are there certain experiences that you seen or that you saw that gave you a different perspective of the, should I say, Levite ministry now, or being a pastor or being a pastor's child? Because I know that you, for instance, now you're a pastor's child that is not a pastor, right? Or that is, currently in that light or in that field. Exactly, you're currently in pastor school, of course, wanting to foster the gospel of Jesus, right? And there's certain perspectives that have shaped your mindset because of the way your parents were treated, or because of the way your parents ran their ministry or are still running their ministry, that maybe you want to change, or that you intend to maybe keep or improve on, even as you are now, upcoming pastor?
Maybe I would say that a lot of people are always against it. When you say you're going to be a pastor and you're a pastor kid, you'll be like, God forbid, a lot. I've not run any research on it actually that okay, this is why people reject the offer of being a pastor. But with my own visibility study a little bit, most of the times it is because of the financial struggle of the parents. That's why most people are always most of the times.
Okay.
I'm not undermining the place of maybe spiritual warfare, the parents have insults. If you're even in a Baptist setting, it's another different story entirely.
Do you have problem with Baptist?
No. I'm actually a Baptist person, and I'm staying in Baptist. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere, but I'm just trying
Okay.
to So I'm going somewhere with this Baptist
Okay.
emphasis I'm actually making. So, mm, so a lot of people are like that because maybe because of the financial incapability of their parents, they don't want to.
They don't want to be poor
They don't want to be.
because they feel like it's
They've,
because their parents being pastors is
mm-hmm.
what dwindled their financial
Yeah,
prowess in a
actually,
way.
and also their parents maybe this is the way they run their pastor. That one member will actually or people will be so people are always scared. I don't want to, but it can always get better. Actually, it can always get better. It's actually okay. I think I was watching one of the postcards. Someone um, was talking about if other people in the outside world can actually make provisions for their children to inherit their what they are
Yeah,
doing.
their
So
business.
how much more the kingdom business that we're doing? It's
Yeah.
actually very beautiful. If God has called you, I tell you, God cannot call you to suffer the same suffer your parents have suffered.
But do you think do you think it's a right perspective? Because I know that especially in Nigeria, I know that I don't want to state the wrong stats, but I
Mm-hmm.
feel like some, I don't want to say most, of pastors, maybe aside new generational pastors now, who are able to, in as much as they're a pastor, they're also, doing other side businesses and all. Do you think that our parents or some parents not being financially stable,
Mm.
is it as a result of them being pastors, or is it as a result of the fact that they themselves did not put in proper structures in play to be able to um get more stability? Because when we say full-time ministry, some people think or feel like full-time ministry is, you have to, just like God said to Abraham, leave your father, leave your mother, leave everybody and go to the land that I will show you. Do you think that that's what full-time ministry is about? Because I believe that God will not call you and then make you suffer just because he called you. Do
Yeah.
you think it's a result of that, or you think it's just, our parents not knowing better at their generation? Because I feel like we know better.
Mm.
So we're doing other things. You're doing investments, you're doing some businesses, and you're still full time as a minister of God. So
Yeah, foundationally, I would say that first and foremost, that anything you're going to be doing should be led by what God said. A lot of people are going into a lot of businesses without hearing from God. I'm not against working, I'm not against full time ministry. What I'm just saying is that the foundation is that what did God say? So if God is saying don't work, we have people God said don't work.
yes, sure.
Yes. And it's actually working for them. But if you think that you don't work, one big church is going to call you and you'll be responsible, now you sabi. So it should be led by what God said. Even Abraham he quoted was actually based on the instruction he had. So that's just the foundation. I don't have any other thing to say about why some people are incapacitated financially, but what did God say? That's all.
Okay. So I asked a question earlier and I don't think you answered. I said, now that you as a pastor's child, you're
Mm-hmm.
going into, being a pastor yourself, what are certain things that you would not do based on the things that you have seen from people from the past? And what are certain things that you will do or that you will continue as well?
Is it for my just generally or from
Yeah, from personal experience and generally.
yeah, I said something earlier. I said you don't just jump to conclusion. You look at matters as a pastor. You must be emotionally stable.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? You know, someone did something, someone said something to you, and you're just jumping to actually wreck your ministerial. So what will I continue to do? And what will I stop doing? If I don't want to say Baptist now, you say I have problem with
No,
Baptist
it's
actually.
fine. It's okay. You're a Baptist, so I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
okay.
One of the things is that with this Baptist, I said to someone, I said to my friend that this Baptist, we day here together. I'm not going anywhere. But it's just for the reconstruction, to do some little things. I don't know. Baptists generally, this Levite, they don't really see Levite as Levite for Baptist. Well, am I lying?
You mean as pastor's children?
Not pastor student, pastor generally.
Okay.
You don't see pastors as they see that maybe because the scripture says we are all priests and they feel that we are all of the same level. Even as the Bible says that we are priests, there are still chief priest and high priest now.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Baptists know they know this one. So
I don't think Bible has chief priest. Sha. I think it's just a priest.
chief priest they
Inside Bible.
Definitely.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll do my
Yeah,
research.
do your research. Actually. Cheap wisdom. So people don't really, especially but they don't really give regards to. But so one of the things I'm looking at is to give people levels. There are levels to these things. So men are in sizes actually. When God has called you, give honor to whom honor is due. We have seen other people in other denominations. Okay, Baba Shoko was speaking and he was talking about the issue we have with this our denomination and other denominations, that they give regard to their leaders. And that is why they have fast growth in whatever thing they are doing. And they believe that whatsoever vision God has given their set man is actually standing. But you, as a pastor, God gave you one vision. You have to pray that God should open that committee. If God did not show them that vision, that your vision has entered water. So it's actually something that we should put people into tutorial training, that um, God has given this person the mandate, He has given this person the scepter of being the set man, and He should be giving the honor to lead. So if may get there, it's just orientation. Let people know levels there. Yes, as much as all of us are priests, we are not trying to take away transparency. We're not trying to take away check and balance. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that there should be honor to those who God has called to be able to run the church properly.
I'm tempted to dissect what you mean by honor. Do you want to?
Yeah, honor. That's what I'm saying. Honor is in the sense that even if you are going to try to check and balance your pastor, it should be in a way that it should not be like as if you understand. It should not be like as if this person is just an employed man and he's just, you understand.
Okay.
It's just like we are just trying to. They should be honored that the way you are even going to say, sir, this thing we are talking about is not like this. You will see. They say pele. It has.
Olako, Olabo.
And that's how you said it. It
He
has
has
male,
male,
it
he
has
has
female.
female.
So they should be away. That's what I'm saying. It's not like we're saying we should take away check and balance, take away that okay, the pastor can do anything. That's not what we're saying. In the sense that even though we are going to check and balance things, it should be respect. It should be accolades to the set man.
Okay, all right, that's fine. So back to your childhood,
Yeah.
during your, secondary school days, university days, did you have any relationship?
Is it relationship?
No, not with God. Not relationship with God, with human being.
No, capital no. Yeah.
What do you mean by capital
No,
no?
now I had friends actually. I had female friends. I had people around, but the relationship kind of I don't know. But then I don't think
You don't think,
I don't. Yeah, now.
or you did not, or you did.
No, okay. Let me just be plain. I did not have any relationship.
Were you a bad person?
I was I'm a very gentle kind of shy person, and this one I'm just trying to talk stuff.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So-
But how was friendship like for you growing up? How was friendship like for you?
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. Growing up, okay, I had friends from Goma Secondary School, beautiful friends, especially Pastor's Kid. We had connection. Almost all the Pastor Kid with the Lagos, and I think the Goma. I'm telling you, almost, because I had connections with Pastor's Kid from my secondary school. So I had interactions even with their parents, connections. Sometimes my dad is traveling to Ogbomoso. The pastor, I will not be able to take my child. Though. Can you help me understand? So the connection with the family linking and all. When I got to university also, as per my relationship with God and my relationship with my brothers around and everywhere, I was given the opportunity to serve at I schooled at McPherson University anyways.
Okay.
Have you heard of McPherson University before?
Yeah, I think I've heard of it.
Foursquare. Yeah, so I schooled there and I was given the even though my own kind of policy, my kind of is different from Foursquare kind of thing, but yes, I've given the opportunity to serve at the fellowship, and yes, I had brothers that we are still in connection to today, that they are actually helping my spiritual growth, checking up. Some even coming out for our seminar review now, this one, that one, and God is helping. So it's actually very good, godly ones.
So if you were to advise a pastor's child, if you were to advise a pastor's child, what would you say to the person?
Yeah, don't look at culture, don't look at tradition, don't look at the church environment, don't look at the status of a father, just listen to what God says.
Say don't look at culture. We just had one little argument behind the scene
Yeah,
before,
yeah.
before we started. And you're here Telling your fellow, but I don't want to.
Yeah, because
because our time is up.
I can
So
even, I can even defend that one.
our
What you want
time
to say now? What you want to say? Will you tell me that God told him to do that thing he did?
our time is up. So I
Actually,
don't want to drag it. Let me just. I don't know.
actually,
I don't want to spill. I don't want to drag it. So let's just leave it that way.
mm-hmm,
So if what? Okay, you've advised, a pastor's child.
mm-hmm,
Now, let's look at a pastor who is also a pastor's child, because I believe that once a pastor's child, forever a pastor's child.
mm.
Even if your parents are retired, or even if anything happened, once you're a pastor's child for life, you're a pastor's child. Yeah. What would you also say to a pastor's child who maybe God has called and is, has fears of yielding to the call because of experiences and things that he or she has seen in the past? Should the person, because sometimes trauma is a lot, and even though you know that God is calling you, you know that this thing has hurt your parents, or your parents have seen shege in ministry, not because God is a wicked God, but because just life and whatever. What would you say to such a person?
Yeah, as the Bible people that we are, the Bible says affliction cannot rise the second time. And when we check through scriptures, we see that David fought battles, but when the transition happened to Solomon, there was no record of Solomon fighting any battle. So it's just my admonition to somebody who is a pastor, and not say Pastor Kidabi, that affliction cannot rise the second time. So just key into that vision at which God has given to you. What your father battled with has been settled already. When you get there, yeah, on another level of victory.
That's a really great word. In addition, I'll just say that if you're a pastor's child and God is calling you and you're scared of yielding to the call, know that God is with you, God is for you, and God is in you, because God is Oromoni Shefayati, which means that He sends you and He backs you up. And also, I believe that in our generation, because of the knowledge that we have and the kind of exposure that we have as well, you will pick up from the experiences that you have seen to do better, and also know what to do and what not to do with the help of God. So thank you so much. Should I say Pastor Temiloluwa?
Yeah, very free.
Thank you so much, Pastor's child, Pastor Temiloluwa, for being on this show. Thank you so much.
Really
As always, we have the diary of a pastor's child that you're going to sign, or you're going to, tell us what you think about a pastor's child, or your message to a pastor's child, right? And just say something to a pastor's child. Thank you. You can use here. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning into today's episode of The Diary of a Pastor's Child, the PK Unfiltered podcast. I hope that you've learned one or two things, such as if God has called you as a pastor's child, do not be afraid, for God is with you. Go to that pastor's school, use that ministry, start that ministry that God has called you to start. And you don't have to live in the stereotypical, feeling of being a pastor or being a pastor's child. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment. You can also listen to the audio version on Spotify at the PK Unfiltered podcast. And remember that this diary is opened and is left for all of us to fill in it. And finally, like always, please chorus with me. In all you do, keep that joy intact. Bye for now. Bye-bye.